All right, so next up we have JaMychal Green Ivica Zubac. I have a question for both of you. As free agents, you both chose to sign back with the Clippers. Can you tell me a little bit about that process for you individually? We'll start with you, JaMychal.
It's a little tough process for me because I was trying to weigh my options, but my heart was here. I just love the culture, my teammates, just the way we fight, and just get through adversity.
Ivica?
Ever since I got traded, the front office was saying they want me back for the future, and they think I can be a big part of the team. So when the season was done, it was pretty easy. I wanted to stay. They wanted me to be here, and we got to the agreement really easy.
I'm glad to have you both here today. Let's go with the second row right here. Actually, second row.
This is a question for JaMychal. Kahari
Just
Jones.
your name and affiliation. Sorry.
Kahari Jones, Motivated Purpose. Last year you were traded here, and you were having a family and everything. So can you kind of talk about that transition?
It was a tough transition. I had to leave my family in Memphis. My girl, she was pregnant. My son, he was due any day now. So I just want to thank Doc for giving me the opportunity to get back home and be with the family during that time and then during season. And we were trying to finish strong. The team, they did a great job of holding it down when I was gone. And now my family get to come out here. So good about that.
Yeah, right here.
Tomer Zarli from Clutch Points. This is for both of you guys. The playoffs showed how much spacing is going to be important. JaMychal, you showed that. Zoo, you've been expanding your range a little bit. With 2 stars on this team, how important is spacing going to be to just spread the floor out, obviously?
It's going to be very important. The attention going to be on them. And for us to space the floor, it just opened up opportunities for everybody, for them to drive and kick. And it's just our job to knock the shot down.
Yeah, whatever J-Mike said, I've been working on my shot. That's what the coaching staff wanted me to do. And I always had that shot, but I didn't get a chance to shoot it. So I just needed more reps, and I think I'll be ready this year too, if there's a chance to shoot it.
That's Nashari, Forbes. Zoo, you got a pretty good contract this offseason. What kind of responsibilities have you placed on yourself after getting that contract?
It's a big responsibility. It's big. They trusted me. They gave me a 4-year deal, and I just this summer was my best summer so far. Worked super hard, and even when I went back home, they sent the coaches with me. So. I got to prove them I'm worth it, and that's what I'm going to do.
Charles Mockler, Locked On Clippers. JaMychal, you played the 5 a bunch kind of to close out the season in that series against the Warriors. Are you looking forward to playing that more this year, maybe?
Just looking forward to being on the floor, period, with the team. I'm just going to stay true to myself, play hard, defend, and, shoot the open jumper.
Next question, Miriam. Don't fight over it.
Jovan Buha, The Athletic. Zoo, you look noticeably slimmer. Was that one of your goals this offseason?
Yeah, I lost some weight. It was more about losing body fat and gaining some muscle, and I think that's exactly what we did. We worked on it hard, a lot of conditioning and cardio, and I think I'm in the best shape of my life.
Is diet a part of that? Yeah. What does that entail?
Big part was my diet. I had to change everything up. They were preparing meals for me. Had to cut out sugar and sodas and all the stuff like that, and it really showed me that diet is the most important part of the
process.
Transforming your body.
What did you miss the most when you had to cut things out?
I can't say, but like I like desserts, so but it was either help improve my body or just stay the same way. So it was an easy choice at the end.
Yeah. Eric.
Eric Pincus, whoa, hot mic. Basketball Insider's Bleach Report. Ivica, early on in your career, you were playing with a skyhook, and we haven't seen it for some time. Curious if that's going to come back, and then also The NBA has shifted over the last number of years. It's harder and harder for true 7-foot players to stay on the floor for a long period of time, especially defensively. How do you adjust? Maybe changing your body. How do you adjust to stay on the court?
I'm still working on my sky hook, and I'm just waiting for a chance to use it because it's not an easy shot. And well, I was not playing a lot for the last 3 years, so I didn't want to use my time on the court to shoot a sky hook, and because that wouldn't end up well. So now when I know my role, what my role is, and I'm gonna have more constant minutes. I think this year might be the year when I start taking that shot.
And as far as staying on the court,
it's just the improving my body is a big part, and just being able to guard the guys on perimeter, and just being able to run the floor and understand the game.
Hi guys, welcome back. Miriam Swanson, Southern California News Group. So you guys, I guess A, did you eat the fish that you caught as part of the diet? And then B, you guys really surprised a lot of people last year, and you kind of were like the scrappy, tenacious underdogs. And obviously this year you come in, with the target on your backs. How are you guys handling that? How are you thinking about it and approaching it?
I mean, the cook, she did have fried fish prepared, but we don't know it's the fish we caught. But it's just work, the grind. We know we got a target on our back. We added a core group, so it's not gonna get easy. Every game gonna be a dog fight. So just the work we put in gonna prepare us.
Yeah, same like JaMychal said, we're gonna be playing hard as last year. We kept almost the whole team from the last year, and we added some guys who play the same way. So I think it's just gonna be, we're gonna keep it going, so like the last year.
Were you on the fishing trip? You weren't on the fishing trip.
No, I was.
He was the paintball ringleader, though.
Yeah.
So tell me, what was Pat Beverly like that day?
He's crazy. It was. We had a lot of fun at paintball, and it's a great for team bonding. And Pat was all over the place. He was shooting at everyone, even his people on his team. So it's what Pat does, and we just had a lot of fun.
It looked like fun. Next question.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. This is Monique Washington Shannon with Playa Vista Direct. I had a question for Zubac. In regards to when you first got traded, you went to the wrong locker room. How's your transition going now? And also, second question to that, with the team camaraderie you guys are having, piggybacking on the fishing and the pinball, how is that helping you to acquire a new team and new teammates? Thank you.
I didn't go to the wrong locker room, but it was someone was there who I knew, so I went to say hello, and then Doc saw that, and he was like, "Why did you go to the wrong locker room?" So, but yeah, this team events, team stuff we're doing is helping a lot. We've been together whole summer, and it helped us to get a bit better team chemistry, and we're not going into training camp just like not knowing each other. We know the guys, and we're gonna be really good together.
Another question here.
Christian Rivas with Time Magazine. You were on a team last summer that caught the biggest fish in free agency and had a lot of expectations going into the season. This summer, you guys did the same thing with Kawhi Leonard. How are those expectations, or how do they feel different on this team? And what do you expect your role to be compared to last season?
It's the team around those stars. Over there, we had a lot of young guys and a lot of guys, a lot of new guys who never played together. And it was a different kind of feel. But this year, it's just, we got the same group of the players around the two stars, and all experienced veterans. And I think it's a whole different feeling. Like, I feel like we can win a championship.
Another question right here.
Hey guys, Cameron Buford, LA News Observer. Question for you, Zoo. Now you just touched on that. You just opened up a can, I think, by saying you think you can win the championship. I want to know how familiar you were with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard before them joining your squad.
I mean, I didn't know them personally, but I knew what they were doing on the court. I knew they're top. I don't know. I'm not gonna say top what, but there are top players in the league in both ways, and I know their game style, and I just know they're gonna fit perfectly with us.
Hey guys, Josh Martin, Close Up 360, back here. Question for both of you. We've talked about fishing trips and paintball and all that. You were kind of thrown into the mix, both of you, last season, coming over in trades. What's it been like, just overall now, being able to have some months here, getting to know guys really on a personal level without that added pressure of just trying to get in the flow during a season?
I feel like last season, we got a good feel for each other, so coming to the summer, it was pretty much easy. We pretty much had to get used to like two players, Kawhi and Paul, but the core group we already had was already close.
Yeah, just last year we got to know each other really good, and we're not starting like new players. We know how the team wants to play and how hard they play, and I feel like I've been here for a couple of years.
Next question.
Pavi, HMB Media. Zubac, question for you. Last year you came over, got a chance to play in the playoffs against a team like the Warriors. What did you take from that series and kind of pinpoint things that you needed to get better at coming into the next season?
I realized I gotta work on my shot. I gotta improve my body to stay in front of some of those guys, and it gave me a lot to work on this summer. So next time around playoff time, I'm gonna be ready.
I'm Pranav from the Scorecrow. What part of your games did you guys most work on during the summer?
I just made sure that I got a lot of shots up. Want to continue to knock down threes and continue to open the floor for Zoo, Trez, and ball handling, just getting to the goal and creating for my teammates.
Yeah, I was working on my three-point shot, trying to be like JaMychal, and work on my body a lot, my finishing, making contact in a paint, and I think that's going to be a big part of my game.
Hey, Zoo. William Updike from Locked On Clippers. Doc has spoken really highly of your ability or upside as a passer. Have you been working on that at all in the offseason? And if so, how do you build that sort of vocabulary with teammates?
It's hard to work on passing, but as we play 5-on-5, as I get to know my teammates better, I know what they like to do in a game, and I know where I can make that pass, and it's just about knowing your teammates and knowing their angles and where they like to play.
Okay, one more. So on the chemistry tip, Rodney McGruder was with you guys in the first round of the playoffs, even though he wasn't on the active roster. What does that say about this group, kind of welcoming a guy who isn't actually on the team into that experience, and then also about him kind of working in that situation?
Rodney, he's a hard worker. Coming in, he was always talking. Even though he wasn't playing, he was always a part of the team, and just giving us tips on the game. When we playing during the game. So he was always a part of the team.
Yeah, Rodney, he was getting in every day like we did, and he was working hard even though he couldn't play with us, and he was always on the bench supporting us, so he felt like a part of the team from the day one.